Okay, boxing fans, right now I'm talking about Torhamer versus Vyacheslav Glazkov. Looking at Torhamer, he has won 19 fights, 12 of which by way of knockout, to a single defeat against Glazkov, Vyacheslav Glazkov. He is the Olympic bronze medalist, another one of them, from Beijing. He has 13 wins, 9 of which by way of knockout, undefeated. You know, this guy's very good. Basically, I think Torhamer's getting knocked out in this fight. You look at how these two shape up against each other stylistically, boxing ability and power. Basically, Glazkov, he's got very good power. He's got a very powerful jab, which can be a weapon in itself, and he can control the whole fight with that. But then he's also got a backhand, a very schooled backhand that he can work off it. For heavyweight, he's really slick. He can also fight, middle distance, and to somewhat extent, he can fight close range too, up close, inside. He can work in your hook, the hooks, the uppercuts, and he can catch you with some good shots, the unexpected shot too. You add that into how heavy-handed he is, his natural timing, his accuracy. This guy's a very dangerous fighter. This guy is so dangerous. And I think Torhamer is going to really rue some of the things he said, back in the day, straight after prize fight, for example. And this isn't the fight for me where he really wants to take. This is not the fight he really wants to take for me. You look at Tor's power, and he's not a big puncher. He's got a lot of knockouts. He's got 12 knockouts in 19 fights, which is above 50%. But what you've got to take into account is, most of them are against guys with 10 plus losses or less than 10 fights altogether. So then novices and, American journeymen, you're expected to knock out a lot of the time. So take that into account before when you're saying this guy's gonna blast out Glazkov. That's what I would say. He's also shown in different types of fights that he has no interest in getting into any type of firefight. You look at prize fighter and the way he fought against the likes of Tom Dallas and Nas Cremento. He was happy to get into a firefight with them guys because he knew that they couldn't hurt him. Once he got into a fight with Kingpin, he was like, I don't really have the confidence in his own chin to really take a real punch of Kingpin to get his own punches off. He fought a very tactical fight in that fight, and he won the fight, which was very good for him. But it just shown that I don't think he has the confidence in his own chin. He doesn't want to get into a toe-to-toe fight with a massive puncher. But other than that, he's very slick on the inside. He can put combinations together. And he could really pose problems for someone like Glazkov, who is really untested right now. Looking at the boxing ability, and this is where Glazkov comes to shine. He's very well rounded. Natural, heavy hands, good hand speed, very skilled individual. He's got that classic East European style. Like they've took the best parts out of, Americanized boxing, Cuban boxing, and tried to put them all together under one guy. He's more Povetkin than he is Klitschko. He's got much better hand speed than the likes of Povetkin, and much better conditioning too, which isn't very hard, mind you. But like I said, great accuracy, which could really hurt his opponent. You look at Torhamer, and he's a very well-schooled individual. He's smart, he's intelligent, which is very important in the game nowadays. He plays to his strengths, and he shies away from his weaknesses. And that's why I think he doesn't want to get in toe-to-toe battles with the bigger guys, which is a good thing in theory. He's very mobile, very slick, like I said, and those are his best attributes. If he tries to take this mobile, slick, then I think he could really pose a few problems. Like I said, he doesn't have that concussive one-punch power that, in a prize fighter, it's shown. He was very accurate. He had accuracy, but he just never had that one-punch power to really knock his opponents clean unconscious, which could have really helped him in his career, in the fact that he may not have took this fight if he had knocked a few more guys out. I don't expect him to fight like that, like he did in prize fighter. However, when he fought against like Tom Dallas and Nas Cremento, he knew those guys couldn't hurt him. Those guys are domestic level and British level as well. He knew that he wasn't going to get hurt by those guys. I don't think he will fight the same way he did, because if he did against Glazkov, he could walk straight onto the end of the counter and end up counting the lights in the stadium. You know, one thing he does do that's very good is he adapts his style and his game plan to whichever opponent gets in the ring. The only thing is, Glazkov does this too, and he's had the better array of styles. Yeah, being an Olympic bronze medalist, representing his country at the highest level. It's something to think about, and he's also done it, more often. Different styles in quick succession. Something to think about. You add in the fact that he's got good power, great finishing ability as well, and it's starting to, look really hard for Tor Hamer in this fight. Thing is about the chin also, Glazkov, he's never been hurt in the professional boxing ring. Tor Hamer has. Like I said, he's been caught before, and he was caught by a big shot by Kingpin when Kingpin was off balance in Prize Fighter, and that to me suggests that his chin could be a bit suspect. He's already said that, well, not said, but I've already identified that he's not willing to get into a firefight with some of these big guys, and that's because he doesn't have the confidence in his own chin. Maybe something's happened in sparring, maybe something's happened in previous fights that we don't know about, or in his amateurs, where he's got sparked clean out by someone bigger when he came in with the wrong game plan. So, and then you got to pitch that against someone who's performed at the highest amateur level like Glazkov. Glazkov's really got the theory to put my theory to test. About Tor Hamer's chin. So overall, I'm going to go Tor Hamer to lose this fight by way of knockout to Glazkov. I think that Glazkov's he's going to be too strong for this guy. He's going to have too much. His hand's going to be too heavy. He's going to have too much hand speed. He's going to get caught coming inside, and then it could be all over. Should be all over.